Gene Wilder was born on June 11th, 1933 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. His birth name was Jerome Soberman. He was an actor, a writer, a director, a producer, and an author. His most iconic role was that of Willy Wonka in the 1971 movie Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. He said he wouldn't have done the movie if they didn't let him limp to the gate and do the somersault. As a kid, a doctor told him to make his mother laugh after she had rheumatic fever. This sparked his interest in comedy. He was sent to a military school and he was beaten up and sexually assaulted. He graduated from the University of Iowa with a degree in communication and theater arts. He was drafted into the Army in 1956 for 2 years. He was a good piano player. He acted in movies such as Young Frankenstein, The Producers, The World's Greatest Lover, See No Evil, Hear No Evil, Blazing Saddles, Stir Crazy, and The Woman in Red. What was your favorite movie he was in? He was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin lymphoma in 1999. He went into remission in 2005. His third wife was the comedic actress Gilda Radner. She died from ovarian cancer 5 years after they were married, and he became an advocate for awareness of the disease. He won an Emmy for his guest role on Will and Grace. He released his autobiography in 2005 called Kiss Me Like a Stranger, My Search for Love and Art. He was married 4 times and had no biological children. He died in 2016 from complications of Alzheimer's disease. He chose to keep his diagnosis private so kids who were fans of Willy Wonka wouldn't be sad. He was 83 years old. Madeline Kahn was born on September 29, 1942 in Boston, Massachusetts. Her birth name was Madeline Gail Wolfson. She was an actress and a singer. She acted in a string of great Mel Brooks comedies. He said she was one of the most talented people who ever lived. First up was Blazing Saddles, for which she was nominated for an Academy Award, Young Frankenstein, High Anxiety, and History of the World Part 1. She was nominated for a second Academy Award for her performance in the 1973 movie called Paper Moon. She won a Daytime Emmy Award in 1987 and a Tony in 1992. She started acting in high school. She graduated from Hofstra University with a degree in speech therapy. She trained to be an opera singer. She worked as a singing waitress, and that led her to a role in a musical called Kiss Me Kate. Some other movies she appeared in are What's Up Doc, The Adventure of Sherlock Holmes' Smarter Brother, City Heat, The Muppet Movie, Clue, A Bug's Life, and Nixon, just to name a few. She had a TV show on ABC called Oh Madeline in 1983. It only lasted 1 season. Her last project was on the TV show called Cosby. Her friend and fellow actress named Lily Tomlin said Madeline said things funny, not someone who said funny things. She was married once and had no children. She died in 1999 from ovarian cancer. She was 57 years old. Peter Boyle was born on October 18, 1935 in Norristown, Pennsylvania. He's known for being an actor. He won an Emmy and a Screen Actors Guild Award. One of his greatest roles was on the TV show called Everybody Loves Raymond. He played Raymond's dad, named Frank, for 10 years, starting in 1996. Who could ever forget his role as Frankenstein's monster in Young Frankenstein, released in 1974? He earned a Bachelor of Arts degree from LaSalle University in Philadelphia in 1957. He was briefly in the U.S. Navy. After a nervous breakdown, he pursued acting. Fun fact, John Lennon was Peter's best man at his wedding. He was in many great movies, such as The Candidate, Taxi Driver, Honeymoon in Vegas, Malcolm X, and Monsters Ball, just to name a few. He also had success on the TV shows King of Queens, The X-Files, and NYPD Blue, among many others. He suffered a stroke in 1990 and a heart attack in 1999. He was married once and had 2 children. He died in 2006 from heart disease and multiple myeloma, which is a type of blood cancer that develops from plasma cells in the bone marrow. He was 71 years old. Terry Garr was born on December 11, 1944 in Lakewood, Ohio. She was a wonderful and talented actress. She was in many great movies in her 40-year career. She started dance training as a child. At age 14, she started dancing for the San Francisco and Los Angeles ballet companies. She was in a few Elvis movies as a dancer. Both of her parents were in the entertainment field. Terry studied acting under Lee Strasberg in New York City. Her first major film role was in the 1974 movie called The Conversation. She was also in Young Frankenstein, Oh God, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, Mr. Mom, and Tootsie, just to name a few. What's your favorite movie she was in? She also appeared in the TV shows Star Trek, Friends, The Andy Griffith Show, MASH, and The Bob Newhart Show. She suffered a brain aneurysm in 2006. Although she felt the symptoms of multiple sclerosis years earlier, she was diagnosed with it in 1999. She was married once and had 1 child who was adopted. She died in October of 2024 from multiple sclerosis. She was 79 years old. Cloris Leachman was born on April 30th, 1926 in Des Moines, Iowa. She was an actress and an author. Her career lasted over 70 years. She won 8 Emmys, a Golden Globe, and an Academy Award. Adam Sandler said Cloris was a true legend, one of the funniest of all time. She had a long career and appeared in many iconic TV shows and movies. She was also in many plays. One of her best-known roles was that of Phyllis on The Mary Tyler Moore Show. Just like the character Rhoda from that show, Cloris had her own spin-off show called Phyllis. She became interested in acting at a young age. She attended Northwestern University to study theater, but she left to enter beauty pageants. She was a Miss America finalist in 1946. She was awarded an honorary degree from Northwestern in 2014. Some of her TV roles were in Gunsmoke, Lassie, Rawhide, The Twilight Zone, The Love Boat, and The Office, just to name a few. She appeared on Dancing with the Stars at age 82. Some of her movies included Young Frankenstein, Spanglish, The Last Picture Show, The Longest Yard, and History of the World Part 1. She filmed parts for the Quentin Tarantino movie called Inglourious Basterds, but the scenes were cut. She released her autobiography in 2010. She claimed switching to a vegetarian diet got rid of her asthma. She was married once and had 5 children. She died in 2021 from a stroke. COVID-19 was a contributing factor. She was 94 years old. Marty Feldman was born on July 8, 1934 in London, England. He's known for being an actor, singer, comedian, writer, and a director. One of his best-known roles was that of Igor in the 1974 comedy Young Frankenstein. He had a unique look. His nose was crooked from a boxing match, and his eyes bulged out of his head and were askew. This is because of a botched operation and a hyperactive thyroid. He said, "If I aspired to be Robert Redford, I'd have my eyes straightened and my nose fixed and end up like every other lousy actor." He had dreams of being a good trumpet player, but he decided to pursue comedy. He started out as a writer for BBC Radio and eventually had his own TV shows. Some of the movies he appeared in were The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes' Smarter Brother, Silent Movie, In God We Trust, and Slapstick of Another Kind. He released 2 albums. He was a heavy cigarette smoker who smoked up to 5 packs a day. He was married once and had 2 children. He died in 1982 from a heart attack. He was 48 years old. Gene Hackman was born on January 30th, 1930 in San Bernardino, California. He was a prolific and respected actor and an author. He was also a talented artist. He won 2 Academy Awards and 4 Golden Globes, including the Cecil B. DeMille Award for Excellence in Entertainment in 2003. Clint Eastwood said, "There was no finer actor than Gene, intense and instinctive, never a false note. I first noticed him as the villain Lex Luthor in the 1978 film called Superman. I loved him in the basketball movie called Hoosiers. Here's a fun fact. He was the first choice to play the father role of Mike Brady on the Brady Bunch. They ended up going with someone with more experience." At 10 years old, he knew he wanted to be an actor. He said he liked playing characters who were conflicted. A fraction of his movies included The French Connection, Unforgiven, Mississippi Burning, The Birdcage, The Quick and the Dead, Behind Enemy Lines, The Poseidon Adventure, Young Frankenstein, Crimson Tide, and The Conversation, among many others. He lied about his age so he could enlist in the U.S. Marine Corps when he was 16 years old. After being discharged, he used the GI Bill to attend college at the University of Illinois. He didn't finish. He chose to move to LA and pursue acting. He was married twice and had 3 children. He retired from acting in 2004. He underwent an angioplasty in 1990. He was hit by a car while riding his bike in 2012. He died in February of 2025 from heart disease, with Alzheimer's disease as a contributing factor. His wife and dog were also found dead in their New Mexico home. His wife died from hantavirus pulmonary syndrome, which can be transmitted to humans from rodent urine or feces. It was initially thought that they all died from carbon monoxide poisoning. His pacemaker stopped working 9 days before he was discovered. Gene was 95 years old.